Hello everyone, this is April, the artist behind InvokeArtSense. Today I bring you another exciting video today with two new goodies that you see right here. This one doesn't look new because this morning I spilled my coffee all over this. Also some coffee got on the Ohuhu logo here. I think that's coffee. It looks kind of orange, but I think it was white before. And I got all over my computer too, so the computer was more important, so I did not rush to wipe the plastic. It had plastic covering all over this. I didn't want to open it until the video, but as it happened I had to open it because it was wet inside. Even though it was wrapped, all the coffee got inside. As you can see, there's coffee stain here, but I had to open it, no big deal, and I wiped it clean. Just the cover, the feeling of the cover, it's a soft cover, but it's not really ruined. I'm going to paint on the cover with gouache anyways, but it just has like little watermarks from me cleaning it, and none of the coffee got inside, so that's great. And hopefully my computer's fine too. I had to rush to clean off the keys that got on it a little bit on one side. Well, hopefully my computer's not going to be broken tomorrow. Hopefully there's no after effects from the coffee spilling on my computer. I have spilled something on my computer before, and the lights went out right away, and none of my lights are out on my computer. It's a tiny bit sticky on the keys, or one or two keys. If you had any experience with that, please let me know your experience. But let's get started with this. So this is the Crescent Creative product, the Rendr Sketchbook, no show-through paper. And sorry, it's not a pretty unboxing here. Acid free and heavyweight paper, 110 pound, 180 gram paper, 32 sheets. Wait, 32 sheets. And it also says 64 pages, but I'm guessing it's 32 and 64 together, because you can draw on both sides. And 8.5 by 11 inches. I like this size. This sketchbook will be my sketchbook for Mermaid. So I want to only use markers. I have markers here, Ohuhu markers now, and some 6 copic markers, copic chows, and Shannon touch brush markers. So I'll be using that in this sketchbook here, and I'll be swatching these here today, and then making just some sketches of mermaids today. So you'll stay, and if you want to skip ahead to the sketching process, I'll have a timestamp below for you. So this also says it lays flat, but let's look at it. So it doesn't lay flat. It doesn't lay flat, but that's okay. I knew that beforehand. So it's a paper. I wanted the paper, not hardback version, because my other sketchbook tore up so much. And yeah, so it doesn't lay flat if that's what you're looking for, but they have other ones, spiral bound ones too, I believe. Okay, so it says note, limited show through may occur over time with heavy application of xylene markers. Well, I don't have xylene markers. I don't think that will be a problem. Okay, let's look at the Ohuhu marker. So also this sketchbook smells kind of good but kind of bad. I'm not really sure what to say. Kind of like maybe some heavy, they had to treat the paper somehow, but it doesn't. At first it smelled pleasant, but as I keep on, as I keep this open, it doesn't smell too good. So if you feel lightheaded or you're sensitive to smell, maybe this sketchbook may cause you problems, but hopefully it doesn't give me a headache. That would be bad, right? So I got Ohuhu markers. I'm a little sad about the coffee stain here. Okay, but I got 60 count on Amazon for $30. And so let's look at the, so it comes with, it's a little bit cracked right here, which I saw on Drawing with Waffles video that hers came cracked too. But it says, if you are coloring on thin paper, please put this pad between your coloring sheet to prevent any bleed through. Well, I just use regular paper or different just regular paper or different sketch different paper. That'll be fine. I don't need to use this. So I'm excited about these. Even though I have Shannon Touch brush markers, the variety of colors that this set has, it's just going to help me much more in doing more variety, having more variety in my marker sketch work and finish artwork with them. So I'm going to be swatching them with my Crescent sketchbook. We'll do it. We'll do the swatching on the second page. First page, I want to do a welcoming. I will be doing the cover here, and I will be doing. I always want to do it, so I probably will do it here, or maybe I don't know yet. But I'll do welcoming either on this page or this page. And I don't want to bore everyone with the swatching process, so after I'm done swatching, we'll come back and get started on the sketching. Okay, so I finished swatching my color swatches. So here are the results in my Crescent Rendr Sketchbook, and here is the paper that they send with the color swatches. And really, if you look at the paper here and the color I swatched, they're really similar. I don't really see any difference from my color swatches, you know. But if you look at the markers themselves, let's take a look at the markers. The caps are not the same, but I think most people know that the caps here is one. Here is one, and the one is here, and it's much more saturated on this paper. Here is 6. I know it's 6 from the actual paper they give, 6. And then here is 6. So 6 on the paper is similar. It's actually almost the same. 1 is different. Let's look at, okay, here is 8. So you can see that. Here is 8. And 8 on the actual paper, and my sketchbook is the same, really the same. So it seems like the lighter colors are the same. Actually, no, 6 is not really a light color, but it's a hot pink. Let's look at, well, the reds are similar. Here is 10, and 10 in the sketchbook is really the same. Let's look at a blue. So blues, let's look at 64. So here is 64. It's pretty light, like a really light pretty blue. But, and then here on the piece of paper swatch they gave us, 64, it's the same as the cap, but it's darker on here. It's actually much darker. It's darker on my sketchbook, but it's the same on the swatch and on the cap. So if you do get your own markers, you should swatch them out on whatever paper you're using. I also spent time to swatch out these markers on mixed media paper. I didn't have a different sketchbook because I recently finished my mixed media sketchbook. I do have a moleskin, but I didn't want to use my markers in there, so I used my 250 gram mixed media sketchbook paper. This paper is made by Fabriano mixed media, 250 gram paper, acid free, made in Italy. I don't use this very often, but I should, so this would seem like a good paper for these markers. They are the same as what I swatched out on this paper, so I don't see any difference in color really. I think that this paper here that doesn't bleed through, the Rendr paper, it takes more time to soak in, whereas this one, when you put it in, it absorbs more, so you use more ink. That's what I think anyways. So I have one more thing to talk about. So this paper on the back, it really didn't bleed that much, and normally I would use a mixed media sketchbook that's 150 grams, but so I don't know how it would bleed through with that. But for this one, only really the reds bled a little bit more than anything else. And I'm a little disappointed because yes, it did say on the back of the instructions that it does say here that limited show through may occur over time with heavy application of xylene markers. But I think that also refers to Ohuhu markers, because if you look carefully on the back of my sketchbook, there are little spots, and you probably can't see them on camera, but there are little spots that occurred after I swatched the swatches. And I really think that because Ohuhus are very heavily saturated, that occurred. I didn't test it, but I don't know if my Shinhan touch brush markers or the few copic markers, copic ciao markers I have will do that. But the spots probably won't be a problem, I think. But it's just one thing to note. I will be doing Mermaid in this sketchbook, so I'll have both sides completely filled, so it won't really matter. I'll have the front painted with gouache, front and the back painted with gouache, so that will be that. And that this piece here, I do like it. It's small and convenient, but mine came in a little cracked right here. I used it during the swatching process for this, but you don't need to use this, I think, for this sketchbook because it doesn't bleed through. So let's get started on sketching. I need to prep for Mermaid, so I'm going to be sketching different poses, different themes. My first theme will be unicorn, so I want to focus a little bit on unicorns and maybe unicorn related things. So let's start sketching, shall we? Today I will be doing a sketching introduction for the Mermaid challenge for this whole month. This whole month will be 31 days of mermaids only. Mermaid themes, mermaid prompts. So I created my own prompt that I will include in the link below, so you can pull it up from my Instagram or download it down in a link below. So this month I will be doing only mermaid challenges and prompts. So I will be doing a combination of digital and traditional art. So I want to focus on this sketchbook that I have this time, this Crescent Rendr Sketchbook. So this sketchbook will be only Ohuhu markers, and maybe some Shinhan touch brush markers. And along with that, I will be doing digital sketches. So maybe half Ohuhu markers and half digital sketches, digital art. So I plan to do many challenges 3 marker challenges, 1 marker challenge, and digital art. And maybe I'll throw in some gouache and watercolor mermaids as well during the month. So my plan for the month will be Saturday. I will do a video with maybe 4 mermaids that I created and the challenges I did with those, because I cannot do a video for every prompt, but I will combine all the four prompts for the Saturday video. And then on Wednesday, I will combine 3 or 4 prompts for Wednesday, because Wednesday I'm busier. I have to go to work. Saturdays I don't. So every Saturday and Wednesday I'll have a video uploaded. And I'm not sure if I can do a video in between the week, between those videos, because I'm doing the challenges for the whole month. So I may not have time to do anything non-mermaid related. So I apologize for that ahead of time, but I hope that you are excited for all the mermaids that I will be creating, and I hope you create your own for Mermay as well. So follow me along in this challenge, and I hope it will be fun and exciting for you as well as for me. So let's get started. So I ended up just liking my first sketch, which tends to happen often with me, and with my computer not working very well since I spilled the coffee on it, I really I was just too worried about doing anything, and the computer and the files, I am not able to transfer the files as I would like without the computer, because I had to send the computer. I took the computer to a computer repair place, and the computer was at that shop for a few days, and I just got it back today, and that's why I am 1 day behind on my videos. Well, one day behind. So this video will be a Thursday, uploaded on Thursdays when I would normally do it on Wednesday. So there's not a lot of sketching going on here, even though I talked about doing sketches, but this is a sketch for me. For me, this is sketching, and I want to do more sketches, but that probably won't happen right now because of the computer situation. And I did do the first day of Mermaid, which was unicorn, so I did another unicorn, but I won't include it in this video. I'll include it in my Saturday video when I combine the 4 mermaids together, so you can see that video this coming Saturday. But in this video, it's just the prep, the Ohuhu marker review, and I found out that, I guess from the treatment of this paper, it bleeds a lot. This paper bleeds a lot because it doesn't absorb fast enough. So I prefer using markers on mixed media paper. Even that other mixed media paper I used to show example of. So this sketchbook is a cool idea that it doesn't bleed, but it really bled so much that the unicorn's horn here became too long because of the bleeding. Maybe I'll get used to it in time, but that is kind of a big con for me. So I actually my first mermaid I did in my moleskin sketchbook to see how the markers would look in that sketchbook. So in Saturday's video, I will talk about the moleskin and how markers are for that in that video. But thank you for watching this video, and stay tuned for more for Saturday, and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like the video, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye everyone.